Well, thank you all for coming today to the author event. We meet the author, so I'm Corrin Wendell, and I was so excited to come with this book today to read to all of you. So Ava Tanner, the city planner. Here we go. So when Ava Tanner was still quite young, she dreamed of making her neighborhood more fun. She imagined and pondered and knew in her heart her community could be a hub of cooperation, beauty, and art. Is there a job for a kid like Ava Tanner? Yes, of course. Ava should become a city planner. City planners are people who care about buses, sidewalks, trees, and our air, about bridges and houses and parks and trains, about wind farms and pig farms, and also bike lanes. They're people who care, but also people who see. They see, then persevere to fix problems for you, me, and we. So Ava lived on the edge of a large city with offices, shops, and cement aplenty. Atop the concrete and brick, she saw there was nowhere to play. She hoped her neighborhood might get a park someday. So Ava knew of the perfect spot not far away, filled with birds and trees and grass, ideal spot to build. But there were challenges, obstacles to work around. For one, no road or path reached this dream playground. Even worse, neglected pipes had dripped a sea of watering mud. Whose job was it to clean up all the sludge? Ava had a vision and saw what could be done. With thoughts of pumps and dozers and graders, her head spun. But isn't building cities a job for the grown-ups? Or shouldn't she wait until she had grown up? Nope, no need for delay. Ava Tanner could be a city planner in today. So full of dreams, Ava's mind worked faster and faster, but hers weren't the only dreams that matter. So she gathered her neighbors and recorded their goals, and she rallied her classmates and assigned each a role. This part would be Latin in the whole neighborhood, plus the plan should be an expression of unity. A city must be built for each and all, walk or roll, young or old, short or tall. Voices united speak with more power. When combined, hopes are more likely to flower. After days, weeks, and months of collaboration, the plan needed city council for implementation. So Ava Tanner marched up to City Hall full of passion and purpose, even though she felt small. Despite her nerves, Ava's work shone through, and by the end of her speech, the city council wanted that park too. With approval and funding, construction could start. All who helped came to watch with full hearts. Pipes were fixed and dirt was shoveled. The mucky lake drained down to a puddle. A road was paved and seats were sown, all carefully placed, each screw board and stone. At long last, slides and swings were in place, each exactly matched to the plans they had traced. Under the blue sky and sun, fields and faces both gleamed. Ava glowed, and neighbors cheered, and classmates beamed. Ava Tanner was now a community leader, a creator of cities kinder and greener. Her example lit a spark, inspiring others to dream their own dream and make their own mark. So around Ava, there grew a junior posse of planners, learning, building, imagining something brighter and greener. So she had spoken for her community and spoken for herself. With a powerful voice and no desire to rest, what will Ava Tanner, the planner, do next? So if you also care and you also see the community around you and what it could be, then you too can dream cities. You too can speak truths. So what about you? Yes, you reading this text. Tell us, what will you do next? Event. wanted to show you a little bit about all the things that urban planners do in their community. And so you can have any interest or any background to become a planner. So when I was your age, I really loved science, and I loved math, and I loved art. And I thought, oh, that would be really fun. So I was able to go to school first for architecture and learn about building, how buildings are made. And then after that, I said, oh, well, maybe I can build for the entire community. So I became a city planner, and that's what I've been doing for my whole career. And so all of these different things are different kinds of planning. So how things are laid out in the city. So the library is here, and then you have commercial businesses, and then you have houses, and it's all how the land is used in a community. Is the land use and zoning. There's parks and recreation, how parks are built. Then there's housing. There's so many different types of housing. And then energy. Has anyone seen a windmill before or a wind farm? Oh, very good. Yes. So sometimes we use that for different types of natural resources or different types of energy in a community. There's urban design, so that's sort of the look and feel of a city. Has anyone been to another city outside of Door County? Where have you been? What city?
China.
Oh, in China? Oh, very good. Oh, I love that. Where have you been?
Indianapolis.
Indianapolis, I love that. And where have you been?
Park City.
Park City? Oh, and where have you been?
I like their Bloomington.
And Bloomington, Illinois. So all of those different cities and places. Oh, and where have you been?
I went to
Missouri, I love that. And where have you been?
Prairie Lake.
In Green Bay, I love that. And where have you been?
We've been to Canada.
Oh, and to Canada. Oh my gosh. So each of those places looks different. I don't think any city looks exactly the same as another city. And so that's the different design that each city has. So each city is going to look different and design differently. And we have parks over there with our recreation. And then we also have like streams and lakes and rivers that go all the way down. So where does the Mississippi start, the Mississippi River? Anyone know? Where does it start?
In Mississippi?
Yeah, up there in, so it starts in Minnesota, actually close. Yeah, so it starts in Minnesota and it goes all the way down to Louisiana. So, and that's in the Gulf of Mexico. And so that one river goes all the way through our entire US, which is awesome. So we all have to kind of make sure that we protect our natural resources because everybody uses them at one side or another. And transportation, has anyone been on a bus or a light rail? Oh, good, yes. So we have different, we call them modes of transportation. So if you're biking or if you're scooting or if you're in a car or in a bus or airplane, there's different ways to get around the city. And then economic development, that's sort of the business of the city. So people who have businesses and maybe a restaurant or a hotel, or maybe they run an office. So there's different types of places in each city. So what we're gonna do then, I'm gonna go vulture here. Okay, the piece here. So what we're going to do is we're going to design our own community, and what we're going to do is we're going to kind of make it 3D. So this is sort of an example of what everyone is going to work on today. So everyone is going to get a foam board here, and we have tape here, and you can make roads. You can use markers. There's markers on the table to draw parks and railroads. And then you can even add your own buildings. So these are all stickable little squares, and you can make buildings. You can add people and cars. You can add fun, different designs with different materials, or you can cut up construction paper and make whatever you want. So why doesn't everyone come up and you guys can grab a board?